Howdy everybody, it's Usernamekate here, and today I am in the Trough of Bowland. The sun is shining and I am riding my own little ray of sunshine with the yellow beast that is the Voge 350 AC. I've had quite a few Voges on the channel. I've had the DS900X, I've had the DS525X, and today I'm going to be riding the smallest Voge that I've ever ridden, which is the 350. We have a sub 400cc parallel twin with 40 brake horsepower, and we're going to take it on some twisty roads. So if you want to come along with me for that, stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Voge 350 AC, priced at £3,995 on the road. It's available in two colour options, the yellow and the grey. At its heart we have a 322cc twin-cylinder 4-stroke with maximum power output at 40.7 horsepower at 10,500 RPM and 30 Nm of torque at 9,000 RPM. For the suspension, we have an upside down fork at the front, and we have a shock absorber with linkage at the rear. At the front we have a single 298mm floating disc with a 2-piston caliper, and at the rear we have a 240mm disc with a single piston caliper. The bike has ABS. The bike features full LED lighting, along with an LCD colour dash. Finally, if we look at the wheels, we've got a 17-inch front and rear, and I think they look pretty. Alright, let's ride.
Woohoo! Okay, we're on the whippersnapper. We're on the 40 brake horsepower twin-cylinder 350 weapon. I say 350, 322cc if we're being super precise. So we're going to have a fling around Sladeburn and Bentham, I reckon. So we're in Nationals right now, and this bike handles beautifully. Of course, we've got no adjustability with the suspension, which is quite usual for a bike of this price and spec. So we are going to have to be semi-cautious over the big old bumps of Sladeburn. But what a cool offering from Voge. I love this road. Look at it, look at the stone walls. Beautiful. So this bike has a Yamaha R3 derived engine, and Lord does it feel like it. I mean, it's absolutely mental. It's a parallel twin, but it does not sound like a parallel twin at all. It sounds so racy. Oh, look at that, that's funky as hell. Wow, these roads are destroyed. Thank you! Okay, right, we've got an open road now. The car let us through. Oh, look at this, the sunshine, we've got the wind in our face. Ah, life is good. So we're in 5th gear right now. Honestly, this bike is so surprising. It's pretty quick for a 322cc bike. We've got 40 brake horsepower. But it is delivered through that parallel twin engine, so it is actually much smoother feeling than if this was a single. The torque on this, we've got 30 Newton meters. Ooh, it's bumpy, as you can tell by my voice. Oh, we've got some bikers. We'll try and follow these guys on the mighty Voge 350. Oh yes. MT, oh for fun. That's funny. What a edge. Honestly, I love getting out on bikes like this. Do you know why? Because the light, I can literally touch the floor so easy with bent legs. Let's go, guys. I feel like I'd have committed to that overtake, but everyone is different. I feel like I've got some biker buds. Yeah, very busy with bikers today. Very, very busy. As you'll probably see in my bloopers, so stick around for them. Oh, Aston. We love it. Pretty. Okie dokie, we found a national. Excellent stuff. One thing you've got to beware of on days like this is the gravel in the middle of the road. And the lanes are pretty narrow, so we've got to be semi-careful with our wangage, if there is such a term. Oh, look at this. I absolutely love this road. So this bike is smooth as heck. Let me tell you, it can do the town speeds beautifully, calmly, absolutely fine. And you know what, you can actually, look, 5th gear, and we dropped right down to like 25 then, and we just wound it on and it was absolutely fine. You can ride this bike quite high up in the gears and it'll still just behave. Oh, look at this! So we dropped it into 4 so we can, you know, wind it on a little bit. We can see until this bend here. There we go. So we've got a tight one, which you can bring it round. Just keep it open. Yeah, 40 brake horsepower we're working with. We don't have any adjustability with the forks, but the suspension does seem to handle the horrible like roads of Trafford Bowland absolutely fine. It's light, it's nimble. Oh, look at this, it's a bit rough. Oh! But yeah, what a cracking, smooth, compliant bike. So with this being a twin cylinder and 40 brake horsepower, this is definitely a good option for people that, you know, maybe looking around the 40 brake horsepower mark but don't necessarily want a single. But one of the most surprising things about this bike for me is actually honestly how it sounds. It does not sound like a parallel twin. It sounds racer. Honestly, it's absolutely bizarre how it sounds. When I first got on it and rode it in the comparison video that I did, the shootout, the 350 shootout, I was actually shocked because I was like, what is this sound? Why does it sound so revvy? And it is revvy. So I think what I want to talk about is, I'm going to talk actually, I think, about the pros and cons as I'm riding this bike, because I'm actually having so much fun riding it. I don't want to have to get off and set my camera up to talk about the pros and cons. I just want to talk about the pros and cons. So one of the pros, definitely the lightness. Honestly, 170 kilograms wet, that's just wonderful. So I would say that that aspect alone is very good for somebody that just wants a bit of an easy life when it comes to moving a bike around the garage. Somebody that, you know, might not be so strong, might have a few ailments, you know, or they might just not be that physically fit and want something a bit lighter, but something that can still, you know, keep up with the bigger things on the country lanes. Take the next left. Don't mind if I do. What the hell? I'm back to where I started. I'm so confused. I've just done a massive loop. The sat-nav, I think, because it keeps going offline and then online, it's sending me all places. What the hell? I've literally just done this road. I'm sure that was a road to Bentham. Oh well, I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Not me. I'm riding, it's sunny, and if I'm just repeating the same brilliant roads, it's not really a chore, is it? It's not a problem. Although I would like to know how to get to Bentham, because clearly my memory has failed me. But yeah, the lightness of this is brilliant. Another thing, the lowness. 780mm seat height. I'll put in some footage now of me sat on this bike. Now I'm a 5'4" individual with a 29-inch inside leg measurement. That's 162cm. Person with 73.66cm inside leg. And this bike is just proper accessible. I mean, look at my bent legs. Obviously, if you're like a 6-foot geezer or a 6-foot Glamazonian goddess, you're gonna probably struggle with the lowness of this. But yeah, definitely the lightness and the lowness, massive pluses to this bike. I'll try this way, because clearly the other way didn't work. Yes, this is the road. This is the road. Okay. Yeah, I remember all this crap gravel. Alright. Bumpy, bumpy. Yes, very busy roads today. Gotta be careful. Gotta be ready. The sound! What the hell? Oh my gosh. It's mind-boggling that it sounds like this. It really is. Absolutely wild. Oh, look at this view! Yes! Gorge! I tell you what, you get the best sunsets around here. Oh, speaking of the sun, so obviously the bike that I'm on is in that beautiful warm yellow, and it's not a crap yellow either. It's got a real nice metallic flake to it in the sun. But if yellow is a bit too loud and proud for you, they do also do it in a grey for the same price, which I'll flag up on the screen now. Oh wow, I'm actually in love. Oh, it's like hazy. We've got a bit of haze going on. Oh, it's one of my favourite places around here. Absolute favourite places to ride. In winter it's unforgiving and brutal, but in the spring, just look at this. Oh wow. So yeah, another pro for me is the sound. Like, I just don't really know of any other bikes that kind of sound like this that are parallel twins. If you put a fancy exhaust on this, I think it could sound pretty potent, pretty wild. But I wonder, you know, is a lot of it that you hear induction noise? Because I've been riding with Mike on this bike and he says, you know, when you're riding next to it, it doesn't sound like, you know, what it projects when you watch a recording of me on it and you hear it from like this POV. So maybe it is quite induction-y. You know, we might be on a little 350, but we'll certainly have a good play. We can have a good play on it, that's for sure. Put it in second gear. get primed and ready to work. But definitely not up here because hills are not our friends on a 40 brake horsepower machine. She let me go. It's very kind of her. Another thing that I love the styling. The styling is actually, it's really nice. So I love the way the headlight is. I think it looks beautiful. I love the exhaust, the chunky looking exhaust. It's giving me like NTO3 vibes. Definitely. I like all the LED lights, just proper modern, proper nice. I guess there is just one thing that I don't like, which would be a con of mine, and I'll delve more into it a bit later, on a styling front, and that is the dash. It's a coloured LCD, and you know, it's got everything that you need to see. It just looks a bit cheap, that's all. But then again, it is an inexpensive bike, so can't have it all. What else do I like about it? The price, yeah. On the road price is £4,199. So super cheap, chippy chip. Especially for a bike that you can, you know, you could keep up with fast bikes on these roads because they're so twisty and so nadgery. And it's actually pretty good on the motorway as well. Like, rumour has it, these bikes can touch 3 figures if they want to. But yeah, they can certainly hold their own on the motorway. The only thing you do have to worry about, like today, it's been violently windy on the way here, and I've got my peaked helmet on and no wind protection. And it's been a bit hard work, to be honest, on the motorway, but I don't know, oh, hello. I feel like if you're riding a 400 bike, then really, the only kind of, you're not doing big miles on the motorway, are you? You're gonna use it more as a junction hopper, I'd imagine, if you wanted to get somewhere a bit faster. So this is my least favourite bit of the Trophy Bowland. It's always so dark, so shadowy. There's usually loads of loose crap everywhere, and it's just not a biker's delight. But sometimes you've got to endure a little bit of crapness for a little bit of heaven, as we're about to experience in a moment on these absolutely phenomenal and insane roads. Bring it on. So we've got a hill, so we're in 4th gear. We're just keeping it wound on. Excuse me. So we can see it's very clear. So we can definitely open it up a little bit. 60 mile an hour in 4, put it in 5th. Why not? Let's be kind on the engine. But I'm going to drop it down here. I love 400s. Like, you just pin them. You just pin it to win it. Oh, suspension, not too bad. Another thing I really like about this bike, I love the wheels. I think again, this ties into aesthetics and, you know, design of the thing. I forgot to mention, but I do absolutely love the wheels on this thing. And they just look so classy, and I don't know, they kind of got like a little bit of a, dare I say, Honda CB1000R Black Edition kind of vibe to the wheels. So moving on to some things that I don't quite like. I mentioned it with the dash. It does have a small little panel there with important information, so you know, it does show you what you need to see. I don't know, I just think it looks a bit old school, to be honest. Not old school, but like 80s, like Pac-Man arcade game type vibes. I don't know, it's not for me. Another thing is, it's quite a creaky bike. So like, you hop on it, and because the tank's plastic, it is just a bit creaky. So I think with creakiness, you know, maybe my mind associates it with like more cheapness. Which is a bit of a shame, but I understand that if something is 170 kilograms and it's light, it's gonna perhaps feel a little bit creaky. And then another thing, I guess, is this is a Chinese manufacturer, and the MotoGP group has, you know, a massive dealer network around the UK, and they are, you know, providing Voges for people. So there's definitely the dealership like size is there, do you know what I mean? But I guess there's a lot of hesitancy with Chinese motorcycles for one reason or another. So I guess that's one, you know, potential con. But for the price of this bike and the fun you can have out of it, like, it wouldn't personally put me off. Especially with the amount of dealerships out there. Ugh, big bump, but the suspension just took it. Oh, thinking of another con, actually, perhaps, you know, compared to other things that are out there, the tank might be a little bit small in capacity. 12.5 litres. Although, you know, if I wanted to comment on the fuel efficiency of this bike, I feel like I definitely have to have it much longer. I drop it down to 4th here from 6, clutch mega light, just swoop it round, very quick to change direction because it is so light. We've got 17-inch front, 17 rear. It's a sharp handling bike. It's just a pleasure. It's just a pleasure to ride. Vibrations, I don't find it massively buzzy. I feel like I do probably get more vibrations through the pegs than I do the bars, which I'm usually more than happy with. Listen! Sounds mental. Absolutely bananas. Are you good? Are you alright? Are you okay? Are you alright? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Are you alright though?
Yeah, yeah, just stretching my legs.
Oh, fair play. Yeah, no worries. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know whether anything was wrong, but clever. You're more prepared than me anyway. Alright, take care. Oh, honestly, it sounds insane. So we're going to just pull up here, because why not? Let's stop it a second. Okay, let's just have a little walk round on it, just to perhaps finish the vlog. But you see what I mean about the wheels? Look how pretty they are. Like, I just love this like shiny bit, like milled bit, is that what you call it, in this exhaust? I love this. I like this. These are the design aspects that to me are giving Yamaha MT-03. But yeah, the braking power on this, the stopping power has been absolutely fine. Stops me when I need to. We've got some proper thick, chunky upside downers. You know, a beautiful LED light. This dash is housed nicely. I just wish it was TFT. Or maybe less, I don't know, like old school calculator looking. But hopefully the metallic flake can be picked up on the camera. I think the badges are elegant, they look good quality. The switchgear, uncomplicated, the grip's nice. Just ignore this, it's on from a show. But you've got that LED strip, you've got the reg plate hanger on the back, so it just tidies this up, which I quite like. Big chunky shock, a monoshock in there, which is quite nice from the twin shocks, just feels a bit sportier. Clutch, look at that, light as anything. Oh, another negative, I don't like these mirrors. There's nothing wrong with them, like in terms of functionality, but they do look like spaniel ears, in my opinion. Well, guys and girls, what do you think about the Voge 350 AC? Please do let me know in the comments below. And yeah, once again, a massive shout out to MotoGB for lending me this bike to go and have a rip around on. It surprised me, it's a screamer, and I absolutely love it. Alright guys, we'll catch you on the next vlog. Bye! Now there's lots of bikes coming, so we'll let them go. And a big old tractor, big old tractor, big old tractor. Zoom, 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 zoom. The bikes are zooming, the sun is shining, people are happy, the bikes are out now, yay. The bikes are out now, yeah. Sorry, I'm just buzzing, it's so sunny, it's so great. So recently I've had a few Voges, you know, like this cargo past, hey. Get the top down, love, it's a convertible. Howdy. Hiya. The sound of my people. When the weekend comes, you know we'll be alright.
Maybe today not a great day.
No, maybe not. But it'll be a great day for bloopers though.